PCOS and PCOD. 1 in 10 women suffer from this health problem in their reproductive age of 12 to 45 years. PCOD, which is polycystic ovarian disease, and PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Today we are going to understand what is the basic difference, causes, symptoms, diagnostic test, and how you are going to manage the same. PCOD, which is basically polycystic ovarian disease. Poly means many. Cyst, which is basically formed of partially or immature eggs in the ovaries. This condition is confined to a particular area, which is ovaries and reproductive system. In this condition, either women have irregular periods or a scanty periods. Women may possess a hormonal imbalance, but they ovulate regularly, which means the conception is much more easier in case of PCOD. If you follow a right diet, exercise and sleep patterns, you can overcome this condition. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is a metabolic disorder. It is more severe than PCOD. It interferes with the growth and development of the follicles, which eventually turns into the cyst. In this condition, the symptoms are not limited only to the ovaries and reproductive areas, but get manifested all throughout the body, like acne or facial hair, mood swings, fatigue, etc. Because of the more production of the male hormone, it interferes with the ovulation. The chances of conceptions are lesser as comparative to PCOD. There are high rate of miscarriages in PCOS, and right diet, exercise, sleep patterns and medical intervention is required in case to manage the situation. Before we understand what are the causes, symptoms and the treatment required, it is important to understand what type of PCOS you have. Is it insulin resistance PCOS, post-pill PCOS, inflammatory PCOS or adrenal PCOS? In the next slide, you will get an understanding about different types of PCOS, and we'll discuss further what is the treatment required for that. Why are my periods so irregular? This is a question which every woman asks with PCOS. The reason is the ovaries are not getting the right hormone signal from the pituitary gland. If the ovary does not get the signal, it won't ovulate. It means either you will not have periods at all or you have irregular periods. To understand it further, let's understand the story of hormonal imbalance and the ovaries and why it is called to be as hormonal disorder. The picture which is on the screen, on the left hand side is a regular menstrual cycle. On the right hand side, what changes happen in case of PCOS. So let's first review your regular menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle starts when the brain sends luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, which is called FSH, to the ovaries. A big surge of LH is a signal that causes the ovaries to ovulate or release an egg. Now, let's look at what happens during a menstrual cycle with PCOS. With PCOS, luteinizing hormone, which is called LH, levels are often high when the menstrual cycle starts. The level of LH are also higher than FSH levels, which is follicle stimulating hormone. Because of LH levels are already quite high, there is no LH surge. So without this LH surge, ovulation does not occur and the periods are irregular. Girls with PCOS may ovulate occasionally or not at all. So periods may be too close together or more commonly too far apart. Some girls may not get a period at all. The exact cause of PCOS is not clear, but there are certain factors which have been linked to excess androgen production. First is genetics. If the PCOS is already in the generation, then the chances of getting it in the further generation is always more. Second, excess insulin. Insulin is a hormone which is produced by the pancreas. The function of insulin is to take the blood sugar to the cells to produce energy. If the cells become resistant to insulin, then the blood sugar spikes up, which in turn makes the pancreas to produce more insulin. Excess insulin is linked to more androgen production. Third is low-grade inflammation. It has been seen and research says that people with PCOS have a type of low-grade inflammation which further increases the androgen production inside the body. Fourth is excess androgens or abnormally high levels of androgens inside the body. Fifth is faulty production of luteinizing hormone. Sixth is poor lifestyle. Mental health is directly related to your hormonal health. The The first one is polycystic ovaries, which means in this condition the ovaries are enlarged, contain follicles that surround the eggs, which means the ovaries are not able to perform their function efficiently. Second is irregular periods. You might have lesser than 9 periods in a year or more than 35 days between periods and abnormally heavy periods. Third is excess androgens, which means elevated levels of male hormone, which manifest these particular symptoms throughout the body, like male pattern baldness, thinning of the hair, skin tags, acne on the skin. Excess hair growth on the face and abdominal area in case of women is called as hirsutism. Poor sleep, fatigue, mood swings, low sex drive, these are all the symptoms of PCOS. But if the symptoms are not controlled, it can lead to further complications. First is infertility, gestational diabetes, pregnancy-induced high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, which is a condition of series of combinations like high blood pressure, cholesterol levels, sugar levels, which can further increase the chances of cardiovascular disease, uterine bleeding, endometrial cancer, miscarriages. These are all the complications which are related if the symptoms are not managed properly. Now let's discuss about the diagnostic test. The first is physical examination, which includes facial hair, acne, irregular periods, difficulty in conceiving and overweight. These are all the physical indications that you have PCOS. After doing the physical examination, you need to go for the ultrasound. In ultrasound, it gives you an idea about the number and the size of the cyst. Third is the hormonal test. Hormonal test which give you an idea about the follicles and health of the ovaries, as well as the amount of male hormone which is being produced by the ovaries, which includes follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, testosterone, estrogens, insulin, lipid profile, glucose tolerance test, HbA1c. These are all the hormonal tests for the PCOS. But don't forget to include the thyroid test and prolactin levels if you want to find it out what is the exact cause of irregular periods. So in my next video, I am going to talk about diet, natural remedies and exercise to control the PCOS. Do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you get notifications for my new video.